come on. There we go. Hi, my name is Martin. My talk is named I Don't Want Your Input, and it's about making games that play themselves. And I was thinking, or I wanted to do a talk here, and I was figuring out something to talk about. And I was thinking about games I've made in the past and sort of trying to find something that, something that connected them. And I found that there was something that was common to a whole bunch of games that I've made. And it's that I've made sort of autonomous systems that run on themselves without input. Like, you don't need to touch them. They're fine on their own. Like, you're the player and you don't need to be there. This is sort of true of most games. Like, they will take on a life of their own. Not necessarily a very meaningful life, but something will happen. But all, like, the combining thing for all of these games is that they started as prototypes that took no input and sort of did their own thing. And then most of them do take input now, so well, the title's a bit cheating, but hey. And let's see if this works. There's a game that I saw maybe 10 years ago, I don't know, a long time ago, that just parked itself in my brain, and it's Conway's Game of Life, which is just amazingly interesting. I hope you've all heard of it. It's a really simple thing. Each cell counts the number of neighbors it has, and depending on if it's overcrowded or not, it lives or it dies or it's born. And it's a really simple system. It's a good programming exercise for anyone. And this is extremely emergent. People have, recently someone discovered a creature you can build in Conway's Game of Life that reproduces itself and sends it off somehow in 11 million iterations or something. It's super, super fascinating. So about 4 years ago, I decided, I'll make my own Game of Life, but better. So I made a game called Fungus. I'm going to show you now, hopefully. This is Fungus. It's a lot like Game of Life, but it's set on, it doesn't have the grid, so everything can move freely. But it does depending on how many neighbors one of these cells has, it either grows or shrinks. And once it goes big enough, it spawns a child next to it, which will make it probably to be overcrowded. So you can see it sort of popping up and having children. And this runs on its own. I don't have to touch this. I'll probably get a better score if I sort of help them along a bit. But this is essentially Game of Life, but different, sort of. So this was about 4 years ago. Moving on. Then I made another game. This was maybe 2 years ago. I started this on the plane to GDC. I had, I think, an hour of battery time on my crappy laptop, that one. So I figured I'd just code something really quickly and see how far I can get. I have a demo of this as well. Revision 15. This is pretty early. Also, this is autonomous. The rainbow sort of flies around and catches clouds. I don't know where I'm going with this at this point. Actually, I still don't. Yeah, I think you might be able to. Yeah, you can go to this cloud. This one. He doesn't care.
He doesn't want to do it.
So a few revisions later, I think this has sound too. This is pretty trippy. I still don't know where I'm going. I'm just making a system that plays itself. And also putting a lot of time into the rainbow drawing algorithm for no reason. So a few revisions later, this is where I realized that that's not going to work as a game. So I tried making it into a puzzle game. And this is where this game sort of went wrong. Here you're supposed to combine, so you have each cloud is orbited by a color. So you combine like that, so you get one of each, like red, green, yellow, and it goes away. And that's how it works. Oops, oh, I'm screwed. That won't work, so that'll stay. This is very confusing. I mean, not even I understand how this game really works. It's hard to play, and I don't know, it doesn't work. So I made yet another version. This is sort of final. I'm still not very happy with this game. It's okay. It has a bunch of graphics. I tried putting graphics in there to make it look pretty. It didn't help. The game is still confusing. But now you're connecting just colors, and the rainbow is like a little thing to the side. So, but that's prototyping, I guess. And you can undo your moves. And this doesn't play itself at all anymore. So I sort of got lost in the process here. I'll show you a proper level as well. And the levels look like this, and they get bigger and bigger. And eventually you'll be able to make combos and all kinds of stuff. Come on. Level progress. You can do it. There we go. One more. Faster, faster. And it keeps going. Yeah. So, I was a bit, I don't know, disappointed in this game because I didn't really think that it worked. So I made another game with a friend for the art game something on experimental gameplay project. The game's called Leaf. And I'm going to show you, I think I'm going to start with the final version. This is also a game that plays itself. You will notice it's the same birds tweeting in the background. Shh. A friend of mine made the graphics for this. That's why it doesn't look like everything else I've made. So you're this leaf. You can jog yourself free from the branch. And you control the rotation of the leaf with the arrow keys. So you can sort of go flat and fall slowly. You can go sharp and fall a bit faster. And if you go flat and then turn, you'll do a loop of sorts. And I don't even have to touch this. It just falls. And this game is more about giving the player a feeling, I guess. It's art game. So I got to be artsy. It also has excellent music made by some French guy called Sylvain. It's like Creative Commons music.